Al Capone, the empire built on silence. A dark investigative case file. This story was never about one man. Before we talk about Al Capone, we need to be honest about something. This is not a gangster story. It's not a rise and fall tale. And it's definitely not a legend. This is a case study in how a modern country lost control of itself and then blamed one man when it was too late. Because Al Capone didn't break the system. He learned how to live inside it. If this is your first time here, understand the tone of this channel now. We don't romanticize criminals. We don't rush the facts. And we don't close files just because history says they're closed. Subscribe now because this case doesn't unfold fast. It tightens. January 17th, 1899. Brooklyn, New York. The Navy Yard District. Alphonse Gabriel Capone is born into a world already shaped by pressure. This is not the Brooklyn of postcards or movies. This is overcrowded tenements, unregulated labor, street justice replacing law. Capone's parents, Gabrielle Capone and Teresa Raiola, are Italian immigrants trying to survive, not assimilate. By all accounts, young Al is not slow. Teachers describe him as sharp, even curious. But the environment does not reward curiosity. It rewards dominance. By the time Capone is 10 years old, gangs are not abstractions. They are visible. They are local. They are powerful. This matters because Capone does not grow up dreaming of crime. He grows up assuming authority is negotiable. At age 14, Capone assaults a teacher. The incident ends his formal education. Most biographies rush past this. They shouldn't, because this is the last moment Capone is subject to an authority that refuses to negotiate. After this, everything he learns comes from older criminals, gang enforcers, street economics, and the lesson is consistent. Respect is not requested. It is enforced. Capone joins the Five Points Gang, one of the most violent criminal organizations in New York. This is not a youth club. This is an apprenticeship in extortion, intimidation, organized violence. 1917. Coney Island. Capone works at the Harvard Inn, owned by gangster Frankie Yale. He is a bouncer, a bartender, an enforcer. One night, Capone makes an obscene remark to a woman. Her brother, Frank Alucio, confronts him. The knife comes out fast. 3 slashes. Left side of the face. Capone survives, but something else happens here. From this point forward, Capone becomes obsessed with control. He avoids public appearances without protection. He retaliates disproportionately to insults. The scar isn't cosmetic. It's a psychological marker. January 16th, 1919. The 18th Amendment is ratified. Alcohol is illegal. Demand explodes. Crime doesn't invent this opportunity. The government does. Enter Johnny Torrio. Torrio is not loud. He is not violent by default. He is strategic. He invites Capone to Chicago. This move changes American crime forever. Chicago is uniquely vulnerable. Fractured law enforcement, corrupt political machines, ethnic gang divisions. Capone arrives not as a boss, but as a tool, and he learns fast. Capone studies logistics, trucking routes, police schedules, political donation cycles. He learns that murder is inefficient. Fear is better. By 1922, Capone is collecting protection money from speakeasies, breweries, gambling houses. He doesn't threaten immediately. He offers security. And when businesses refuse, they don't get robbed. They get destroyed publicly. The message travels faster than violence. If this pace feels deliberate, that's intentional. Subscribe, because Capone's real power wasn't speed. It was inevitability. Johnny Torrio is nearly assassinated. He survives, but he understands something critical. The violence is escalating faster than control. He steps away. Capone takes over. Age, 26. By now, Capone controls alcohol distribution across Chicago, multiple brothels, gambling syndicates, estimated income, $60 to $100 million per year. This is not street crime. This is industrial-scale corruption. Capone doesn't bribe randomly. He builds dependency. Police officers receive monthly payments, protection for relatives, Promotions arranged through politicians. Judges delay cases. Evidence goes missing. Witnesses recant. The system isn't broken. It's reprogrammed. February 14th, 1929. Lincoln Park, Chicago. 7 men associated with George Bugs Moran are lined against a wall. 2 attackers wear police uniforms. Machine guns fire. Capone is in Florida, legally safe, morally untouchable. But the massacre changes something. America is no longer amused. Everyone knew, but no one could prove. Witnesses disappeared. Juries were compromised. Chicago was unusable as a legal environment. So the government pivoted. They didn't chase bodies. They chased numbers. The IRS steps in. Accountant Frank Wilson reconstructs Capone's income. Ledgers are found. Patterns emerge. Capone mocks the investigation publicly. This arrogance is fatal. Capone explique corruption. At the last second, the judge swaps juries. Capone is exposed. October 17th, 1931. Guilty, not for murder, for taxes. Capone didn't fall because he was violent. He fell because he believed he was untouchable. And in part 2, we'll examine what happened after power was removed. When the system finally showed him what it does to men it no longer needs. Subscribe for part 2, because the most dangerous moment in any criminal's life is not when they rise, it's when they're no longer useful.